Yo YouTube, how the hell's going? It's your boy Swifty bringing us on a video, and today we have a very special Black Ops 3 gameplay. Not only was it a great gameplay, I wound up dropping 75 kills in domination, but it was the very last game on the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta. It ended at exactly 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, so it was the very last gameplay, so I barely got it in, barely ended. So let's get into the review, because you guys see the title. You guys want to know, man, what did he think was good in the game? What did he think was shitty? Sorry for swearing, but what did he think was bad in the game? Let's just get into it. First thing on the list of good, we're going to do good first, because we got good vibes going, you know? We want to know what's good. Alright, so what was good? What do I think was good, at least? Man, this first one, I was really skeptical about this. At least when I first saw it, and when I first heard about it. The movement system, the wall running, the little boosting jumps, it was just, I didn't like it. You know, I was scared. I was really scared, but I still had faith in Treyarch, because I love Treyarch. They bring the best Call of Duties, so I still had faith in them. And thank God I kept that faith, because the movement system is just great. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense logically, but it makes sense in the game. The wall running, it just works. You know, it really helps you to get around the map, and it's not like, yeah, EXO shit helps you move around the map too, but it's horrible. It was so bad, the EXOs. But this, the boosting, or the thrusts, I should say, really make sense. They just work. So that's number one on the list of the good. Let's get into number two, the maps. Oh boy, I love the maps. I only got to play the 4 maps that were released in the beta, but by the looks of it, every single other map in the game is going to be great. This is only 4 maps. These might not even be the competitive maps in the game, which I play competitives. So even if these aren't the competitive maps, these maps were just great, and I can't wait to see what else Treyarch has in store for us. I actually released a video on my channel a couple days ago called Last Stand version 2.0, talking about Rejacked, and in the intro of the video, I did like a span of the map Hunted, and it was just to show how beautiful what Treyarch did, you know, how they created the map is just phenomenal. It's beautiful, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit more later when I get into another thing on the list of good. But anyways, another thing on the list of good is that it's not Advanced Warfare. This kind of goes with what I've been saying. It's not Advanced Warfare. There's no EXOs. It doesn't feel whatsoever like Advanced Warfare. But thank God, thank the Lord, because Advanced Warfare was just horrible, dude. I hated it. You know, okay, let's not even get into that. Alright, another thing, this kind of goes with what I was saying, the graphics are just great, and if you guys want to go check out what I mean by that video, I'll put a link in the description to the other video that I'm talking about on my channel. So, like I was saying, the graphics are great, the guns look great, the characters look great, everything just looks great. It looks phenomenal. It looks just perfect in this game. It looks like a next-gen game. It doesn't look like what the old Call of Duties look like, which is great. So let's move on a little bit more. I'm gonna take a sip of my water here. Alright, this is a good one. Normal Call of Duty lifespan, meaning that in Advanced Warfare, I keep on referring back to Advanced Warfare here because it's the latest Call of Duty, but you know, when you kill somebody, it feels like when they die is actually when they're supposed to die. Not like in Advanced Warfare where they sponge so many bullets. They just eat and they eat and they don't stop eating all day long, man. It's just crazy, dude. They eat like it's I can't, like I said, I don't want to keep on going back to Advanced Warfare, but it's just insane how much bullets you can put into somebody on that game and they're still alive. It just, and on top of that, they can jump 500 stories in the air and then just fall back on top of you and kill you, and like, it's just crazy. So whatever, It doesn't feel like Advanced Warfare. That's just great. Moving on. Here's a good one. By eliminating toughness, making everybody have the same amount of flinch, it is now an equal gunfight. Everything is equal. Aside from the very slight, very small overpoweredness of some guns, like the Razorback is a little bit better than, you know, some of the other SMGs. Just like the M8 is a little bit better than most of the other assault rifles. We're gonna get into that a little bit more. Meaning, but okay, let's talk about toughness. Sorry, I'm getting a little off track here. But toughness is eliminated from the game, meaning that there's no completely overpowered perks besides Sixth Sense, which is not essential. I'm talking about essential perks. This is very hard to explain. I hope you guys can bear with me, but by eliminating toughness, there's no essential perks. Like in Call of Duty 4, there was stopping power. In MW2, there was sleight of hand. In Black Ops 2, there was dexterity. You know, there's no completely necessary perks that will make you, you know, have that much of an advantage over the enemy team. So, or the other person you get into a gunfight with. So, anyways, let's go on a little bit more. Because I was talking about the guns, we'll go ahead and jump into the guns. There's not really very many completely overpowered guns. The guns that are very slightly overpowered aren't ridiculously overpowered. Like the ASM one it dominates every other SMG. Just like the BAL 27 dominates every other assault rifle. So really, you know, those are the only two guns you'll really see in competitives aside from the IMR in Advanced Warfare, which is sort of, it's boring, you know. And what I can see in Black Ops 3 is that there will be a variety of guns being used in competitives, at least from what I see right now. I don't know if it's going to be the same when the actual game is released. I don't know if they're going to nerf the M8 a little bit more, because I know they nerfed it a little bit, making the time between bursts a little bit more. But anyways, as of right now, it's looking really good for the balance of the gun power, I guess you could say. So another thing I want to talk about, another gun, is the B23 is back as the RK5. I just want to throw that in there because that was my favorite pistol. It kind of feels like the M something Raffica. I don't remember the first couple letters and numbers, but kind of feels like the Raffica, which is great. But it also it feels a little bit more like the B23 to me. But I've heard some people say that it feels a little bit more like the Raffica. So whatever feels like to you, it's one of the two. So another thing that's great is the Pick 10 system is back. Very excited about that. Very happy about that, at least I should say. Pick 13 system just didn't work. I didn't like it. I mean, it worked, but I didn't like it, and a lot of the community didn't like it. And it makes sense that they didn't like it. You know, Pick 10 makes a lot more sense. It works, so that's great. And final thing on the list of the good. Let me take a sip of water real quick. My throat's getting dry. Final thing on the list of the good is the spawns. They are just wonderful. Yeah, there's a way to manipulate it, just like there is in every Call of Duty, but it's a little bit harder in this one because if you push up just a little bit too far, they'll start spawning all over the place, like in Domination, for example. You can keep them spawning at C flag if you have A and B under control, but if you go just a little bit too far, like you see this building in front of me, the blue building, if there's like, pretend there's a line going from me to the other side, right, going straight through. If you pass that line, they'll start spawning every freaking way. So you're very limited to how far you can push up. Just like you were limited in Black Ops 2, you were even more limited in this one. So there still is a way to keep them in spawn, but there is no complete spawn trapping, where as soon as you're getting spawned in, you're getting shot at and you're dying. So that is great. Treyarch did a very good job with the spawns in this game, and this is only the beta. Mind that, this is only the beta, and they nailed it with the spawns on their first go. So, alright, that's good for the good things, the great things that we loved about Black Ops 3, that I loved about Black Ops 3, the beta, at first. So, anyways, let's jump into the bad, what I do not want, what I do not like. I think they fixed this, so if they did fix this, you guys could just scratch this off, but the sniping sensitivity, where if you zoom down sights, you aim down sights, it's the same sensitivity as if you were to be not aimed down sights, which I don't like at all. It makes it very hard to snipe for me because I'm always like overcompensating with my drag of the scope, so I don't like that. I think they fixed it the final day of the beta, not positive, because I didn't really get to play it that much besides the last hour, because it was just glitching for me and stuff. So hopefully they fixed it, and if they didn't fix it, they need to fix it. Mr. Vonderhaar, I hope you're listening. Probably not listening, but I hope you're listening. Moving on. Black Hat needs to be gone. Vonderhaar addressed this. He tweeted about it. You know, a lot of people tweeted about it. A lot of people hated Black Hat. There's no reason that you should be allowed to hack a freaking a Wraith, or, you know, an attack chopper, or whatever the hell it was. You shouldn't be allowed to attack to take somebody else's hard-earned kill streak, even though you're 1 in 17 and you didn't earn it whatsoever, just by looking at it with the stupid little equipment and taking it from them. So that's just not fair. Black Hat needs to be nerfed extremely, which I'm sure it will be, because Vonderhaar knows it's insane. He tweeted about it, so I just said that, but whatever. Alright, moving on to the very last thing. I know the list of the bad is very small, but I really, honestly, I just could not think of anything else. This game is just, I'm gonna say it again, this game is phenomenal. This game is, I cannot wait for its release on November 6th. But the very last thing, let's get into it. Let's not hold you guys for longer than I have to. Can't speak. Sixth Sense needs to be freaking eliminated. It needs to be gone. Sixth Sense has no place being in the beta, has no place being in the game. It just needs to go away. Sixth Sense, bye. Especially if you're playing Search and Destroy. I play a lot of Search and Destroy, so as you can probably imagine, I am not a fan of Sixth Sense, because when I'm last alive and there's 2 people on the other team, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get this clutch. Or there's 3 people on the other team, and yeah, I'm gonna get this freaking clutch. And two of them are running Sixth Sense, and they can both just completely pinch the hell out of me and destroy my life. So that's just not fair. It shouldn't be in the game. You know, it's not too bad in respawn games, but in Search and Destroy, something needs to be done about it. It needs to be not allowed in Search and Destroy, at least. You know, if you're gonna do anything to nerf it, if you're gonna keep it in the game, nerf it and just make it not allowed in Search and Destroy. Anyways, that's it. You guys saw the gameplay. 75-12, the very last game of the Black Ops 3 beta. As you guys can see here, 12:59 a.m. The beta ends in 1 minute. Man, my throat is just dry. 1 minute left of the beta, and you know, you can see here, once it turns 1 o'clock, you guys will see what happens. I'll just let it go. I'll just let it rock. Oh no, I black screened. What's going on? What the hell happened? Oh no. Alright, it's cool. We're gonna play another game. So we're gonna sit here in this lobby. We're gonna wait for the stupid countdown timer to end. I'll show you guys here in a minute that I don't know when it's gonna come up. Hopefully it comes up like now, because I'm starting to sound stupid. But I show you guys, I hit the little dashboard. There you go. See, it's 1 a.m. The beta should be done. Why isn't it ending? Why isn't it kicking me from the game? You guys will see what happens in a minute. Man, that game actually starts to load up, and I'm just like, hell yeah, man, we get to play another game. Cause I freaking love this beta, dude. I love this game. Can't get enough of it. Here you go, it's putting us on teams. I was playing with my boy, but yeah, it puts us on teams. I'm so excited to get into the next lobby. Me and Redling are about to go fuck some shit up, and bam, hell yeah, bro, it's loading up. We got another game on Combine. I just went 75-12. Can't wait to get in here and destroy these kids again. And here it comes. Boom, black screen kicked me from the freaking game. That's the end of the beta. You guys just saw it. You guys just witnessed it. I recorded the whole thing. Kicks me to the main menu, says I disconnected from the servers. But anyways, I'm not going to hold you guys too long, because this video has been 15 minutes already. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure you guys leave a like rating. If you guys love the video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. Get my name out there. I'd really appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me. Share it with your friends on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do. Real life, you know, I appreciate it all. If you guys like my videos, you guys like to see more daily content, make sure you guys subscribe. It means so much to me. Thank you guys so freaking much for watching. It's been your boy Ian Swifty, and I'm out.